Hey, this is Dr. Yates again. It's a Monday, and we have a lot of a lot of catching up to do because we have a lot of cases we haven't presented. And the best thing to do is always present your cases, talk about it, so everybody can benefit. We do a lot of micro-pigmentation here, and for lack of better words, a lot of people. Come on in, Candace. Candace, no, come on in. Come here. We're on Facebook Live. Hi, this is Candace, who works with us with hydrofacials. So she's going to be in our video too. So Candace will approve of what we're doing or disapprove. Okay. So what we're going to show is micropigmentation. Okay. So a lot of people call micropigmentation tattooing, and I don't like to use that word because when I think of tattooing, I think of like Popeye or people doing the tattoo back here or tattooing somebody's name. And what we do is we use ink that's natural ink, and we use it a lot less deep in the skin, so it's much easier to reverse. So now let me tell you about a particular case, then I'll let our specialist Lida walk us through it, okay? So this is a gentleman. His name is Nathaniel, and he's let us use his pictures a million times. So the deal with him, Lida, can you hold this for me? I need one more hand. The deal with him is he doesn't live in town. He wanted to get a FUE procedure. Very nice looking guy. So he went to get a FUE procedure. But to his chagrin, when he woke up from the procedure, he had a big scar in the back of his head. So he didn't have an FUE. He had an FUT procedure, and the top of his head didn't have any hair. So later on, he went back to the same place, and they said, hey, we know this new technique, micropigmentation, and we'll do it on you. So they did micropigmentation. So here are the pictures from micropigmentation. Can you guys zoom in on that? Who's ever zooming? Okay. So this is actual pictures of him after micropigmentation. You can see this is where he wanted his hairline. That's the hairline. This here, we call that the Big Dipper. And I don't know much about astronomy, so I don't know what the Big Dipper looks like, but to me that's what it would look like. Here's the back of his head, and here's the top of his head. So he came to us, he heard about us from channels or YouTube or from friends. He knew that we did FUE and micropigmentation and said, hey, Dr. Yates, what can you do? So we immediately got into basically resuscitation mode because this had to be fixed. So Lida, I'll let you take it from there, and then we're going to show you the pictures of how he looks now, okay?
Well, in order to help Nathaniel get back to what we would consider normal, or at least acceptable, he's a young man, we had to use a series of graduating needle sizes and pigments, as well as corrective pigments to reduce the darkness, even a surgical excision to remove this line that appeared as a permanent marker. And all of this was then corrected with pigment correction, as well as a little bit of laser treatment. And then we went ahead and we used our own needles, our own organic pigments that are made specifically for Dr. Yates, so they don't end up turning blue or green as some other pigments we've seen have done. So what we will do then is just use a series of graduating needle sizes to give it more of a feathered, soft touch after having faded all of this out.
Let's see what he looks now. My grandmother said the proof's in the pudding, okay? So this I had to remove surgically. Oops, this board is tricky. This, no laser in the world will remove this amount of ink, okay? So it was amazing. This guy went to work looking like this. Now, how do you explain that? Auto accident, airplane crash, karate chop, I don't know. But he explained he's a tough guy, okay? So let's show what he looks like now. I'll just put it up here. So we'll just take this like this, hold this board from that. And we'll take this and we'll cover it up. And this is after 2 years of work on the same guy. Now, you tell me, does that look like the eye doctor says? Would you want to look like this, or can you see better through this, okay? I'm going to vote for this. Now, if I had to choose, if he came to us as a patient just de novo, we wouldn't have put his hairline as low, but we had to work with his hairline this low because it was low like that anyway. I removed this surgically. Say if he came to us and wanted hyperpigmentation, our pigmentation done, we probably would have added a little more recession in here like so. But you can see this is night and day from that. Do you have another picture, a new picture of Lida? See if we have a new one. We don't. But, oh, yes, we do. And he's a very, let's see, you can take that one off of there. It's a very nice looking fella. So we don't want to waste a guy like this career, because he used to model and now he's modeling again. Now you can see that's a big difference. To show you everything's real, that it drops and things. That's a big difference from that. Now that took, all we did took a period almost 2 years to correct, but now it looks great, it looks real, it's not too dark, it's not too light. If it's anything, if I would criticize anything, it's a little bit too low, but we didn't really have a choice. So if a lot of guys come in and they say, Dr. Yates, I want this guy's hairline, we're gonna tell you we're not gonna do it. Okay, it's just a little bit too low to do. But overall, I think Lida hit this one out of the park. I mean, this is not even an A, it's not even an A+. I don't know what's higher than an A, but it's higher than that because this guy, was perfectly okay. He wasn't even mad with his hair like that. I said, I wish I had more patients like that because we do a great job. And some of them are still like, oh, this hair didn't grow, or my mother said my hair looks bad, or things like that. But this guy, his internal constitution is just amazing, amazing fella. So I just want to show you what can be done with micropigmentation, that it's not the end of the world if it's done wrong. We did a couple things. We did a laser to lighten this up. We did a lot of techniques to lighten this up. We tried to lighten this up, but it wouldn't light up. I had to use my surgical skills because I was a trauma surgeon to remove this and sew this back up. So we did a lot of things here for this guy to make him look like this, but it was well worth it. There are a lot of guys that say a lot of things about me, which are good, some are bad, but this guy will never be one that'll say anything bad. So we're very proud of him. So that's pretty much the end of everything. We're in Chicago in the middle of the United States. Lida is definitely an expert. She's done work on my scalp and everybody here's scalp in the office with micropigmentation. It's not tattooing. It's not making you look like Popeye. It's not making you look like a Sharpie. It's creating the natural image of a follicular pattern. That's what we do. Okay? Any questions? Give us a call. It's Dr. Yates. Any parting words, Lida?
Call us. Come in.
Lida said, call me. Okay. Talk to you later.